Hi boys and girls, happy Friday. So today's going to be a review day, and I really hope you take the time to watch this video because throughout the week, Miss Farrell and I have noticed that some of us are having a little bit of a hard time with two areas. One is changing improper fractions to mixed numbers, and the others is determining what two whole numbers fractions fall in between, especially with a number line. So this is hopefully going to help you understand it a little bit more. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to have a multiplication problem. So let's start off with 3 times 4/5. Okay, now to solve this, we would multiply the whole by the numerator, which is 12. 3 times 4 is 12. So this equals 12/5. But 12/5 is an improper fraction, and we cannot leave it like that. We have to rename it. Now, how do we do that? Now, the first thing that you could think of is that this line also represents division. But 12 is not a multiple of 5 because we go 5, we go 10, we go 15. We skip right over 12. So what we need to do is we need to figure out how many groups of 5 I can make with 12 without going over. So I have 1, 2 groups, okay? Because 2 groups of 5 is 10. So that means I can make 2 wholes. Now, since 2 groups of 5 is 10, I can subtract 10 from the 12, and I have 2/5 left over. So 12/5 renamed is 2 2/5. Now, if that's a little bit too difficult for you, there is another way you can do it, which will take you a little bit longer. But until you get the hang of it, you can make groups of 5 using 12 objects. So 12 hearts, 12 X's, 12 circles. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I have 1 group of 5, I have 2 groups of 5, and then I have these 2 that are left over. So 1, 2 wholes, and 2/5, which is exactly what we have up here. Let's do another one. So let's try 6. Let's do 6 times, let's do 4/8. Okay, so 6 times 4/8, we would multiply the 6 and the 4, and 6 times 4 is 24, and we have 24/8. So we need to rename this because it's improper. Now, as I said in the slide before, that division bar or that fraction bar also means to divide. So if you know what 24 divided by 8 is, that can rename it for you. So 24 divided by 8 is 3. So 24/8 is also equal to 3 wholes. Again, if you needed to draw it out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. I have 1 group of 8, I have 2 groups of 8, and I have 3 groups of 8. Let's do one more. All right, so let's try 7 times 2/3. So 7 times 2 is 14. 14/3 is improper. Now I know 14 is not a multiple of 3 because when I skip count by 3s, it sounds like this. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. So I skip right over 14. But let me write them down. So 3, 6, 9, 12. That's as high as I can go. So this is one group of 3, 2 groups of 3, 3 groups of 3, and 4 groups of 3. So I could do 4 wholes. And since 4 groups of 3 is 12, I need to subtract that from the 14, and I'm left with 2/3. Okay? Or we could draw the picture. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So I have 1 group, 2 groups, 3 groups, 4 groups, and then 2 left over. Now, 4 2/3, boys and girls, would fall in between the numbers 4 and 5. So you always want to take your whole, which is 4. And then what's the next number after 4? It is 5. So if I was to plot 4 2/3 on a number line, it would be in between 4 and 5. So if I were to do a quick number line, okay, so if I was to do, let's say, 4 and 5, this would be the halfway mark. And I know that 2/3 is a little bit more than a half. So I might want to go ahead and plot it right there. So 4 2/3. So it's in between 4 and then the next counting number, which is 5. All right, so what if I had 2, let's see, what if I had 2 3/4? Okay, 2 3/4, if I had to plot that on a number line, okay, so 0, 1, 2, and 3, and I'm just going to make the halfway marks, okay? I would plot it somewhere in between here, because 2 is right here, and 3/4 is a little bit more. So I know that 2 3/4 is in between 2 and 3. Now I know 3/4 is greater than a half, so I would probably want to plot it right about there. 2 3/4. Okay, now what if I had 7 9/10? I would say that is between 7 and 8. If I had 4 2/3, I would say that's between 4 and 5. And if I had 1 1/6, I could say that that is between 1 and 2. So I hope this video helped, and you're going to have some activities today that are going to help you practice these 2 concepts. Okay, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. See you later, and have a good weekend. Bye-bye.